Steve, go ahead and restart the stream. Okay. Alright, let me see if this works. I mean, it's helped me because I think I am working here from my end. Let's see, there are currently 9 arcs to Sword Art Online. Holy crap, I'm not going to be watching that many. That's kind of a lot. Okay, cool. So it looks like the stream is back up. Okay. Ads, 1 minute. Okay, cool. No problem. I'm not saying anything or doing anything super important at the moment. Okay. So I think I'm live again, but it's did it count as disconnecting or let me see. Unlurked. Back from ads. Okay. Welcome back, Debogard. Yes. Sorry about that. I don't intend to have to restart. You are live. Yay! Thanks, Mike 2600. Yeah, because my OBS crapped the bed and I could not see my image changing even though everybody else could still see that I was streaming. And I even went to the web page. So what I did was I extracted the image from the web page and overlaid it, and there was a slight delay, but I was like, okay, I guess I could deal with this, but it was super annoying. There's a new VOD. All right, that's okay. I'll deal with it, I guess. Uptime. Oh, I don't even know if I have that command. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Okay, so secretly, Mike 2600 was messaging me about a variant of twisting Picasso's arm, and seeing if we could do that. So I don't think I can do that without any planning. I'm going to go ahead and have to say won't be able to do that on the fly. But great idea, Mike 2600. I may take it under advisement. Uptime is 1 minute 35. Great, awesome. It did split into a new VOD. Damn it! All right. Man, I'm sorry. This stream has mostly been just chatting since we've started, and I've been streaming for I don't even know how long at this point. But okay, here, let's get a magic trick into the queue. Trading Kings. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and perform a trick called Trading Kings, which I just put away the 2 different colored decks. All right. Man, I'm discombobulated today. And I'll even use real kings. Sometimes I'll switch it and use, like, queens or jacks or something. Okay. Oh, Chan, I saw you perform this one on your stream. I forget if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Great job. Okay. Here we are. I have 8 cards, and I'll let you know that all 8 cards are kings. Now, I do want to show you all something, and actually I'm going to need a volunteer in chat to select a suit once I show you that all of these cards are all kings. But I do want you to note that all of the cards are in the same order in both piles. So from here it's hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades. All right. Chan says exclamation point me. So that's actually in another stream. We have commands in other magic streams that will volunteer. But Chan the Magic Man, go ahead and select a suit. Oh, Debogard has said hearts. Chan, were you going to select hearts or are you going to choose something else? All right, hearts. Okay, there we go. So here we have hearts. Now I just want you all to note that I'll be placing it third from the top when I flip over the packet. Okay, so let's go ahead and just close them up, and I'll flip over the packet. So, those of you who have seen magicians snap before, a lot of the times they're doing it for effect, or at least that's what they want you to believe. However, in certain magic tricks, they actually might be doing a snap because it's a mechanical snap. They're actually using that snap to flick their finger so fast that cards will travel through the air really fast, faster than video frame rate, believe it or not. But now look, if I show you after that snap, in our blue pile, we have... That doesn't look right. I'm going to have to start over. I see what I did wrong. Okay, alright. We're going to go ahead and take a mulligan. Hey, alright. What did I do? I know I did. Okay. Sometimes magicians mess up. And that was me messing up. Alright, here we go. We're going to start over. Alright. Okay. Let me see. Debo, if you are still in chat, feel free to come up with a suit again. Don't tell me what it is yet, but when I ask you for it, feel free. It can be different or it can be the same. Your choice. Alright. Cool. So, alright. Once again, we have 4 red back cards, 4 blue back cards, and they're all the same thing. They're all kings. Okay. I want you to see that all of the kings are actually in the same order in each packet. So, clubs, diamonds, spades, and hearts. Alright, once again. Okay, Debo, if you have a choice, which suit would you like to select? Diamonds. Okay, so Debo is going to be selecting diamonds. Okay, here we are. So, once again, just note, it's already third from the top. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn this pile over. Okay, now, I'm going to do my mechanical snap, and that snap is going to flick cards faster than video frame rate. Most certainly faster than Twitch frame rate. But see, so now look, in the blue pile, we have 1 red card in the third from the top. I know, right? Super strange. And if you take a look, that is actually the King of Diamonds. And over here in our red pile, we now have a blue-backed card, and it's actually the King of Diamonds. Now, if I were to go ahead and restore these 2 piles back to normal, like that. So now all these are blue-backed. All these are red-backed. Okay, but let me go ahead and do the mechanical snap again. And believe it or not, I've now flicked that card back over, because now if I show you, once again, we have 1 red back card in our blue pile and 1 blue back card in our red pile, and each one of those is indeed the King of Diamonds. And that, my friends, is Trading Kings. My variation. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Debugard says, cool. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, that second part is where it's going to be like, whoa, whoa, what? So, let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, and the applause, Chan. Thank you very much. And Debugard says, I did. All right. Cool. Awesome. All right. Let's see. I just realized my set plate is very close to... I wanted to shout out right there. And I was like, wait. I need to clear the trick from the queue and not shout out. All right, guys. Reminder to hydrate and stretch. So I'm going to take a stretch right now. Don't look at my armpits. And then here's hydrate. Requests are currently not active. I have turned them on 3 times today already. Why are they not active? Turn on. Ugh. Alright. Sorry, Debo. Feel free to try again. I thought I turned them on. I don't know what I did. That's so messed up. I don't know. It should have worked. Alright, and if not, we'll put one in for you in a minute after I put these cards in these boxes here. Okay, let's see. Random. Alright, this one's for Debo. We got Chicago opener. Alright, this is a great one. I really enjoy this one. So let's see here. Okay. Let's go ahead and we will need a card selected. And I guess it doesn't really matter if I know what it is, but I guess just to make it interesting, I'm just going to spread. And Debo, if you're there, if you would like to click on a card somewhere in here, feel free. We'll use that as the selection. And let's see. So just some news. There's a chance that I'm probably not going to be streaming next week on Sunday because I'm going to be going to a magic convention in Western New York. It's called MAWNY, so Magical Alliance, Magicians Alliance of Western New York or something. MAWNY, MAWNY. And that's happening on Sunday next week. So depending on how tired I am, it won't let me click and make a marker. Oh no! Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my fault. That is streamer error. Please go ahead. Oh, there we go. Okay. Was this you, Debo? Okay, sorry. That was my fault. Depending on what time I get home next week, will determine whether and how tired I am. Yep, that was me. Okay, great. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my head, and I'll turn this face up, close my eyes, and take a look at it, remember it. We'll give you a couple seconds to get it. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it back down, turning my head back, and opening my eyes. Okay, cool. Alright, it was memorized. Okay, great. We're going to go ahead and lose it in the deck, like this. Okay, now sometimes people might think that magicians are keeping track of where the cards are by holding their fingers directly in the deck, like this, for example. But as you can see, I'm not doing that right here for this one. I don't need to because I have the powers of my handy dandy. The Energizer battery, hashtag not sponsored, has come back today. And so the Energizer battery is going to be doing some magic for us. So let's go ahead and infuse the deck with a little bit of power from the Energizer battery. And I know that this is filled. It's full of charge because I charged it. It's a rechargeable one. So why is it here? It's probably because just in case my mouse dies, that I have a replacement battery. But regardless, I also use its magical powers to do some magic for me. So if I go ahead and I spread the deck now, you'll see something a little bit strange with one of the cards. If you can't tell, I think this one is a little bit different in color. Debo, can you go ahead and tell us what card was your card? Seven of clubs? Okay, I bet you this is your seven of clubs. Yes, seven of clubs. And you know it's the same one because it's probably signed by Axeman Rock. So, but if I go ahead and leave that there, and we'll need another card. Let me see here. We're going to need another card selected. How do we want to do that? Let's go with okay, here, let's try and make this a little bit fair. Okay, Debo, if you are there, I'm going to turn on the heat map again. Okay, go ahead and click on another one of these cards. That'll be the second selection. This one. Okay, cool. So just separate it right there. If you went one more, it was going to be this. However, the one that you chose was, I'm going to look away. There we go. Give you a second to get that. Hopefully you got it. Turn it back down. Turn my head back. And lose it in the deck. And now once again, I'm going to use the battery, the power of the battery, to infuse the deck with some power. Oh, hold on. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. All right. He wants to be a little bit lazy. Fine, you can lay down. That's okay. All right, now let's take a look at the deck after the battery has had its way with it. I don't see anything different. They all look the same. Hold on. Here we go. Nope, I don't see anything. Okay, I think I know what happened. The battery has touched this card last. So, Debo, could you tell us what your card was? The second one? Four of spades? Okay, alright. I think this might be... There we go. Four of spades. And that, my friends, is Chicago Opener. Alright. Charlie's Beats, hey, welcome in. How's it going? Charlie's got the eyes, hey! Chan the Magic Man, thank you kindly for the OMG! Gibson Lens has got the eyes. If anybody is curious about those eye emotes, they are Gibson Lens's eyes. I mean, his emote. I'm assuming his real eyes are way less cartoony, but very close facsimile. Yeah, Mike 2600 says, a classic, nicely done. Thank you kindly, Mike. Means a lot. Coming from another magician. Thank you kindly for the claps and emotes and cool. Debogard, Chan the Magic Man, Gibson Lens, Debogard, Lurk Shower Time. Yeah, thanks for the lurk. Thanks for hopping in, Debo. Yeah, Gibson Lens says, and way less blue. Yes, yeah, blue is when I stare lovingly into Gibson Lens's eyes, I don't see blue. You know, the real ones. But anyway, welcome in Charlie's Beats. Give Charlie a shout out here. Charlie does music, games, coding. Please give Charlie a follow. All right. Oh, I should probably just clear that trick from the list. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, trick list is empty if anybody would like to request anything, and I'm pretty sure the trick list is open now. It apparently wasn't earlier, but I swear I opened it 3 times today. And then my OBS froze, and I had to restart stream. I mean, I guess I technically didn't have to restart stream, but for my own sanity, I wanted to. Man. So I've been stressed out a little bit lately. So I haven't been getting great sleep. Up until today, it was amazing. Somehow I woke up and I was like refreshed. And I'm like, wow, this is what good night's sleep feels like. Mike 2600 has requested a trick. Excellent. I'll prep for that while I continue complaining about my week. And I was supposed to go to a friend's son's birthday party yesterday, but my daughter woke up from her nap late, extremely hot, basically feverish, and threw up. And I'm like, okay, we're not going to take her to this birthday party, this 3-year-old's birthday party. So I was like, oh man, okay. Yeah, oh no, yes, oh man. Okay. So, anyway, yeah. And then I've been stressed out a little bit about work, some of the projects and things we're doing on, and like, I don't know. Yeah, so Gibson Lens says, oh no! Chan the Magic Man says, OMG, no! Hope she feels better. Thank you kindly, Chan. Greatly appreciate it. And I ran into some YouTube shenanigans last night. Not last night, 2 nights ago. I was finalizing some uploads and like some stuff that I'd done last week, but I just didn't finish them. And then I thought it lost some of my saves. And actually, as it turns out, it didn't lose them. I just had duplicates, and I have no idea how that happened in my like YouTube video list that we're all publishing in the future. And I'm like, why is it doing this? And then I felt like I got stressed out for nothing because I'm like, I saw the two that didn't have the updates, and I'm like, why didn't it save my stuff? And then I scrolled, and I'm like, wait, it did save my stuff. Just I was like, so stupid. Anyway, okay. So what we have here are the 4 aces. And this is a trick that was requested by Mike2600. And also this is kind of like the standard ace assembly. If you guys are unaware of what the ace assembly is, it's where we try and place all 4 aces into 4 separate piles, and by the end of the trick, they will all be combined together. So we've got the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, and the ace of spades. Now the ace of spades is typically what we call the leader ace, or at least we as in like the magic community, because it's the one in which we're going to try and get all of the other aces to jump to. But let me go ahead and place all of the other aces out here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each one of these piles. Like so. And then let's square these up. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and use the power of my Energizer battery. And we're going to make that ace travel from here to there. Okay, I think we've done it. Because if I show you in this pile now, there's actually no aces. And down here, let's see, we knew that here's the ace of spades, and it has, let's see, and the ace of diamonds has hopped down. And now once again, we're going to go ahead and use this battery. Here we go. And we're going to make this second ace travel from here to there through the battery. The battery is doing a lot of magic here. And now if I show you, there's actually no aces here. Because if I show you, that's a seriously powerful battery. I know, right? So we knew that the ace of spades and the ace of diamonds were there, but now the ace of clubs is here. And one final one. Let's go ahead and do this. Battery is going to be allowing that ace to travel from here to there into this pile. And now if I show you, I think you'll be able to see we have the ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds, ace of spades. And now you're probably wondering, oh man, well what happens if I take the ace of spades and I stick it over here, right? Well, if I show you that, now if you were here, I could have you place your hand on top of this pile, now that I've placed the ace of spades in there, and I would just go ahead and tap it. Well, while we're here, let's go ahead and place the battery there. And I can use these 3 aces to extract the ace of spades from underneath your hand, in this case the battery. Now, I know you guys know the secret at this point. The battery is doing all of the magic, and so if I tap the battery will handle everything for me. So look, I just have to go. Now watch closely. 1, 2, 3. Did you guys see that? Look, the battery has rolled off. Actually has brought the ace. There's actually, you see that the hearts is here, the diamond is here, the clubs is here. The spade is here. And if we take a look, there's no aces over here. And that, my friends, is my handling and performance of a trick called the Bluff Ace Assembly. So a lot of people consider that to be like one of the basic versions of an ace assembly. And yeah, that's kind of like the version that I like to do now. Thank you kindly for the emotes, Mike 2600. Magic, magic, magic. Magic. Man, you got a lot of magic emotes. Hey, welcome in, Galloway. Thank you kindly for the claps. Galloway, Chan the Magic Man, and the emotes, Mike 2600. Okay. All right. So let's see. I had one boss trick from last week that was a carryover from the previous week. Do I want to deal with it now? I guess is the question. I'm kind of thinking I want to deal with it now. Because it is an ace assembly. And if I dealt with it now, it might make life easier. Because I've already also gotten all the aces separated, so I guess that would also make it easier. Okay. Alright. Let's do it. Oh, for anybody who doesn't know what a boss trick is, here's the explanation of boss trick. Basically, it's a trick that I did previously on a stream that I wasn't entirely happy with for whatever reason. Hey, welcome in, IceFlameX. How's it going? And it's not that I necessarily messed up the trick. Oftentimes, if I do mess up a trick, it will become a boss trick. But like, even if I wasn't just happy with the performance, then I'm like, oh, all right. I just didn't like this one part. And so this trick that I'm going to be doing in a moment is one of those tricks. So it's called Hitchcock Aces. And all right, yeah, welcome in, IceFlameX. How's it going? How are you doing? Let's shout out our buddy IceFlameX, whom is a musician, plays in a band, and guitar and piano. So please give our friend IceFlameX a follow. Okay. All right. So here we are. We have the 4 aces out again. I got a stream in today. IceFlameX. Yes. Excellent. I had a super busy day today with my daughter, so I was not really able to tune into much on Twitch, but hopefully it was good. If I have time and remember later, I might check out the VOD. Okay, so here we have the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Clubs, the Ace of Diamonds, and the Ace of Spades. So once again, the Ace of Spades will be our leader ace, and by the end of the trick, I hope that all of the aces, I promise you that all of the aces, assuming I do this trick correctly, will be in the same pile. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and place all the aces out like this. And then this is the part, let me see. I have to remember what to do here, because there's always something I'm not sure if I remember how to do properly. I think it's flip this face down. Okay, I'm just going to leave a card over here and place 3 cards there. And we'll use our battery once again. That battery is going to steal that ace from this pile, because if I show you, there's no aces here, and that ace has hopped down here. And we'll place another random card over here, and we'll use this pile. Oh, before we do that, let's add a few other cards. It's going to suck that ace down here. And if I show you, there's no aces here. It's there. Now, some people are like, whoa, 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 what's going on? And they're thinking, hey, maybe the aces were never in these piles to begin with. No, no, no. They've always been here because look, if I show you this, this is actually an ace. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave these 3 aces down here. Turn that face down. I'll put 3 other random cards over here, and I'm going to place another random card down here. Once again, I'm going to use the battery. It's going to suck that. Oh, holy crap! I think I messed this up. I put the positive side up here instead of down here. So that actually means that the aces should now be up here. And there they are. All 4 of these are now all 4 aces. And you're probably wondering what's down here. Well, they used to be the aces, but what is slightly less powerful than the aces that's 4 of a kind? All 4 kings. And that, my friends, is Hitchcock aces. Oh, and a boss trick. Sorry, we encountered the boss, and then we beat the boss. Alright, there we go. Man, okay, cool. So this was the only boss trick that I didn't practice, and I was like, oh, I know what I did wrong, and it was like, I did it fine last week, except I just like physically fumbled a thing. I'm like, ah, okay. But anyway, thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens, Chan the Magic Man. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see, we do have a request from Iceflame X. Thank you kindly for the request. So I don't normally do the original version of this, so let's go ahead and do the classic version of this. Let me see here. Hold on, I'm checking something really quick before I decide how to set this up. Okay, let's use some cards. Alright, please hold while I figure out how to do this. In an awesome way. Thank you kindly for the claps, Iceflame X. Okay, alright. So, Iceflame X has requested Play It Straight Triumph. So here we are. Let me go ahead and just give this a quick mix here. And then what we're going to need to do is we're going to go ahead and need a selection selected. So let's just, let me see here. How do we make this okay? All right, let's 4, 6. All right. Okay, Iceflame X, if you are there, if you would like to make a selection, if you're on desktop, you can click directly on one of these cards to select it, or if you're not, I can just give you some numbers. We can make this 1, and this, I think that's 13. So go ahead and just pick one of those, either by clicking directly on the screen, or you can give me a number between 1 and 13, and we'll choose one of those. 13. So this one. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So that one. Okay. All right. Choose that one. All right. Great. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and split the deck up into about 4 roughly equal piles. They don't have to be perfect. But now what we're going to do is I'm going to turn over a couple of piles. And what we're going to do is shuffle face up into face down cards. I know, that's bizarre. It's strange. And actually, you know that this is legitimate because if I spread here, you'll see that I'm actually pushing a bunch in. And we're going to do that again. And last time, face up into face down. Okay. Alright, so now we have a deck that has some face up cards, some face down cards, and so on. But now we're going to try and find your card. Oh, crap. I don't know if I've messed this up because, haha, I found your card. It's right there. That's okay. Hold on. The battery is going to bail me out this time. Hold on. Okay, battery, tell me what to do. Okay, take the battery, place it onto the deck. Okay, got it. Boom. Infuse the magic. Okay. Extract the magic. Place it on that card. Okay. What if I told you, because I didn't even have you look at this, right? So you have no idea which card that is. So let me go ahead and see if I can have you figure out what card that is. Because if I spread here, you'll see that some of the cards are face up. And actually, if we take them all out, so we have an ace of spades, a 2 of spades, a 3 of spades, a 4 of spades, a 5 of spades, a 6 of spades, a 7 of spades, an 8 of spades, a 9 of spades, a 10 of spades, a jack of spades, and a queen of spades. And actually, Ice Flame X, I don't know if you know, I believe you signed a card when you subbed, or sorry, when you gave bits. And I don't know if you could predict what this card was. It's probably the King of Spades. But actually, did you remember that it's actually the King of Spades that you signed? Signed Iced Flame X. Because that, my friend, is the card. And that, my friends, is Play It Straight with a kicker ending, Ice Flame X ending. Okay. Mike2600 says, yes, such a great trick! Ice Flame X says, oh, Debugard says, no way, but I think that's the King of Spades. If done right, then wow! Yeah, Chan the Magic Man says, what? Okay, kicker ending. I knew it from the beginning. That's crazy, though. Ice Flame X, hopefully you enjoyed that. Thanks for the request. Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens, Ice Flame X. And the what? Chan. Thank you. All right. Ooh, that was a good refresher. I hadn't done that one in a bit. So, and actually, normally I use a different deck for that one, but I'm like, oh, okay, let me use the the regular deck. I mean, it's signed, so I was like, okay, let me figure out how I can do this. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I can't check uptime to see how long I've been up, but okay. Let's see. All right, the trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. And I think the good news is I dealt with all of the boss tricks that was going to bother me all week. So there we are. Obi-Wan has randomly requested a trick. And it has hit the Devil's Elevator. Surprisingly, an actually popular one. Is it actually popular, or is it actually random selected by the algorithm a lot more than usual? That was a great question. These are all great questions. Okay, I can actually set up for this. I've seen it before. Okay, would you like to choose a different one, or... Okay, alright, yeah. I can totally deal with that one. Here, we'll do another random one and see if that has hit. Yeah, because there's 60. Hold on. That's so weird. Do I not have the random command anymore? Okay. Invisible deck. Obi-Wan, have you seen the invisible deck before? Cool, I don't think I've seen this one. Okay. Obi-Wan, would you like to interact? I'm going to need a volunteer to do something for this one. Do invisible deck. Okay, cool. All right. Excellent. Great. Okay. This is the invisible deck. I know it's a little bit strange because you can see it. It's visible. But Obi-Wan, this is what I'm going to need you to do. I'm going to go ahead and send this through the internet pipes. You'll receive it, in a couple seconds, but it's going to be invisible on your side. So go ahead and let me know once you receive the invisible deck. I've just go ahead and put it through the internet pipes, just right here. And then once you receive the box, pull it out, and then open the box, take all of the cards out, and then fan through all the cards. Once again, they will all be invisible. But I want you to find a card, and then once you've got it, pull it out of the deck. Turn it facing in the opposite direction. Remember what the card is. That's going to be very important. And then put it back in the deck. Close the cards all back up. Put it back in the invisible box. Don't misplace the invisible box, because once you misplace it, it's going to be really hard to find again because it's invisible. Close the box back up and then send it back through the internet pipes. Just directly through the video. I'll catch it over here. So let me know once you're sending it back. And I'll try and catch the deck. Here it is. Okay, great. Okay, hold on. Okay, all right, there we go. All right, I think I received the deck that you just had a second ago. Now, at this point, this deck won't leave the view of the camera. So, all right, Obi-Wan, you were sent a card. Oh, sorry, you were sent the deck. You looked at all the cards. You pulled one out. You turned it face down. You put it back in the box. And then you sent it back to me. What was the card that you turned over, Obi-Wan? It's okay to tell me in chat right now. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and eat this heat map. All right. 8 of hearts. So 8 of hearts. Obi-Wan. Would it freak you out if I were to pull the deck out of this box right now and show you that the cards are face up, except for one card? Okay, well, here, let me show you. Okay. Go ahead and open the box. Okay. And so look, we've got some cards, and actually one of them is face down. And if I just go through the rest of these cards. So all of the other cards are face down, except for this one. Okay. And what's your card again? Man, I don't even have to check because I can just look at chat. It says 8 of hearts. Would you be freaked out if this was the 8 of hearts? Yes, I will be surprised. Okay. Surprise. 8 of hearts. And that, my friends, is the invisible deck. Let that sink in. And it is! It is! Yes, it is! It is the 8 of hearts. Okay. So, thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Obi-Wan, Ice Flame X. And yes, thank you kindly for the commentary. Wow! And it is! Obi-Wan, thank you very much. This is a great time for me to remind everybody that I don't practice any black magic, sorcery, or signed any deals with the devil. Everything that I do here is sleight of hand card magic. So pretty much. T Bogart says, in that dream I had when I was 11, the scenery was like this. There was a forest behind me, a waterfall to my left, a cherry blossom hedge in front of me, and I was watching Ryu from Street Fighter do Rising Dragon Punch over and over. Cool trick. Wow. Yeah. Shoryuken! Shoryuken! Hopefully that was accurate. I haven't played Street Fighter for a while, or at least not like a proper Street Fighter game. So we got Obi-Wan says, wow! And Gibson Lens, thank you kindly for the Ryu! Ryu champ emotes. Thank you so much. Alright. Thank you kindly for the request, Obi-Wan. Yeah, because we intended to have you request that one because that was random, but like you had already seen Devil's Elevator, so. Cool. Alright. I'm glad you got to see a new trick. Yeah, I was trying to do some simple math in my head. So my average number of tricks per stream is somewhere between like 15 and 20, and I only have like 60 tricks in the trick list. So assuming I do all of the tricks and I do a different one so that I cover all 60, conceivably somebody could come like in as few as 3 streams to see everything. And I was like, oh, hopefully the way that I dress it up or I kind of like do it and tailor it to like people in the community that it's unique and different enough that it's okay. But I mean, I can understand that if I want to expand into other forms of magic, but I don't really. So there's this one problem with learning some magic. Whoa. Welcome in. I don't Noah. Thank you kindly for the raid. So first, welcome in. I don't Noah. I don't know what you stream. So first, I'm gonna give you a follow, and then let's see. You having a good night? For sure, buddy. So yeah. Oh, I like Legend of Zelda, The Binding of Isaac, and streaming Jackbox Party Pack. Oh, cool. Awesome. I haven't played Zelda for a while. I've been told I should play Binding of Isaac, and I like Jackbox games, so that's cool. Having a good night? Yeah, I'm having a good night. Was doing Jackbox night. All right, nice, sweet. Let us know what you stream. Sweet. Thank you kindly for the follow. I don't know. Yeah, I just gave you a follow. I don't know, but yeah, thank you kindly so much for bringing your community over here. Let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's, and I like to do sleight of hand card magic, and so that's what I do here. I've co-opted a StreamerSonglist, and I've only stuffed it with magic tricks. Well, with tricks. One of them is not magic, but everything else is magic. And if anybody would like to request something, you can by looking at my trick list. And if you want to request something but you don't know what to request, you can type in exclamation point RR or exclamation point random should put something in the list for you. But otherwise, let me see. Let me do something for your raid. I don't know. Let me do one that's just one of my standard classic tricks here for you. So okay. So we have a deck. I call this the Twitch deck because it's been signed by a bunch of Twitch friends. Let me go ahead and clear this heat map. Delicious. So let's see. I don't know if you would like to click. If you're on browser, if you can click directly on the screen, you can actually put a marker on one of these cards. So let me actually so it's a little bit better. Okay. Go ahead and select a card. It doesn't matter that I know what it is for this particular trick, but and if you can't click directly on the screen, like if you're not on browser, you can just tell me what it is. That's fine. And let's see. In the meantime, let me read Debogard. Yep, just like that, over and over, just because I was in pain due to the bruised tailbone. Ooh, that sounds painful. Did that work? Yes, I see a marker right here-ish. So I'm assuming that's the Queen of Diamonds. Okay, so there we are. All right, Queen of Diamonds is our selection. Now the thing with the Queen of Diamonds is now you, I don't know, are intrinsically linked to this Queen of Diamonds because if I show you that we can do something interesting with this Queen of Diamonds, if I go ahead and I take the Queen of Diamonds and place it into the middle of the deck, like so, you can see it getting pushed in there. If we snap, that Queen of Diamonds knows that you came in from a raid and knows to come back up to the top because there it is. Now we just got this power, we don't want to waste it, so here, we're going to go ahead and do that again. I'm going to go ahead and take the Queen of Diamonds and stick it once again into the middle of the deck, like so. Now importantly, I'm going to show you before we snap, that's not your card, right? But like if we snap now, that's actually going to bring the Queen of Diamonds back up to the top. Now when I was a worse magician, or a younger magician, I guess, I didn't get into magic that long ago. This would be in the part in the trick where I would mess up the most. But I'm going to go ahead and leave this leave this card sticking out, so you'll see that it's still the same Queen of Diamonds. This could be signed. I'm going to stick it into this pile right here. I'm going to stick this entire pile into the middle of this packet. I'm going to go ahead and push it in like so. Once again, if we snap, that Queen of Diamonds knows that you came in for the raid, so there's that Queen of Diamonds. Alright, we'll do this one more time. Let's go ahead and stick that Queen of Diamonds into this half right there, like so. And if I just snap, it should know to come up to the top of the deck. Okay, hold on, wait. Maybe I didn't snap good enough. Oh, hold on. I know what happened. It did jump to the top of the deck, but for some reason it remembered that this was actually the top of the deck. So it actually jumped here. And there, my friends, is the Queen of Diamonds. Alright. And that is the ambitious card routine. Thank you kindly for the raid, I don't Noah. I assume that your name is Noah, and if that's a wrong assumption, please correct me. But I'll just call you Noah from now on. Whoa! Hey, welcome in, Silent XX Bunny. How's it going, Silent Bunny? Yeah, it is. Alright, awesome. Okay, Noah, thanks. So thank you kindly for the raid. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and if you would like, feel free to stick around for some more tricks or request something else if you would like. So here's how. Alright. Let's see here. Silent Bunny, thank you for the sound alert. Mind blown. Excellent. Thank you for the claps. Gibson Lens and the that was surprising, Obi-Wan. You hadn't seen that one, Obi-Wan? And oh yeah, I love card magic. Awesome. That's great. That's basically all I do. There's only 2 tricks on my list that are not card magic, and one of them is not even a magic trick. It's me solving a Rubik's Cube. And then there's one like coin trick on my list that's it is sleight of hand magic, but it's not like card magic really. And then everything else is a card trick. So let's see. While we're here, delicious. And then let's see here. So one of the other usuals that I will perform is called. Let's see. It's called twisting the aces. So let's go ahead and just do that one. I like this one. I actually haven't done this, I think, on stream for a few weeks, probably. Okay. So this one is called Twisting the Aces. So I've got 4 aces, and the thing with these 4 aces is that I would like to turn them face up 1 card at a time. Now if I was to do that like this is how normal people would do it, so we're not allowed to do it that way because I'm a magician. I should be able to do it in a more magical way. So if I hold the pack, and actually the star tonight hasn't been me, it has actually been this Energizer battery, hashtag not sponsored. But if I go ahead and I touch the Energizer battery to this packet, you'll see that the Ace of Hearts turns itself face up. I know, interesting, right? Now if I go ahead and I touch it again, you'll notice that the Ace of Hearts will turn itself face down and the Ace of Clubs will turn itself face up, because look. I know, isn't that weird? That's super strange, right? I don't know how this battery is working, but I'm using up all of its MP. So once again, the battery taps, and actually that's going to turn out the ace of diamonds. Now the thing with this trick is that the ace of spades is magically resistant. You may not know that, but I swear if you take a look at the typical ace of spades, the spade is way bigger than all of the other pips on all of the other aces. So it's almost like it's a very narcissistic ace, right? And it's arrogant, it's egotistical. So even if I use the battery and touch the packet on the top, you'll see that there's no cards that are face up right now. And even if I like hold the battery there just for a few seconds to get like some extra charge for whatever reason, you're still not going to see it face up. But if I can get a bunch of people from chat to click on this packet to infuse chat magic into the packet, I think that'll be enough to turn the ace of spades face up. So, all right, we got 3, we got 4. Oh, one of them's up here. All right, we got 4. All right, I think, is that enough? Anybody else want to infuse their magic? Okay. All right. I think that'll be enough. Watch. Ready? Ready? And that has turned, that magic was enough to turn the ace of spades face up. And that, my friends, is twisting the aces. Hold on, I was about to grab and I clicked on the wrong thing. Heat map, here we go. Delicious. Debo says, wow! Chan the Magic Man says, claps. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan, Silent Bunny, the Eating Gibson. Thank you. So yeah, that's one of my other go-tos as far as like when I meet a new person that wants to see some magic. It's short enough that I can do it quickly, but it's like weird enough that it's like, whoa, 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 how did those cards turn over? Like, right? Okay, so we have a request from Chan the Magic Man. Chan, thank you kindly for the request to perform a trick called Pink Floyd. So this is relatively new to the trick list. I just added it, I think, 2 streams ago, probably. And let me see here. And I've been trying to get better at it since. I don't feel like I'm still like 100% amazing at it, but I mean, I don't know, I've performed it a few times happily, so. Alright. So here we go. Oh, before I swap over, this trick has a note. It has a note in it, so I'm going to read the note. To whom it may concern, these 4 jokers are haunted, and they will not let themselves get infected. A word of warning, do not place these jokers back to back. Okay. Interesting. Checking the gaff meter says, flee! Flee! Alright, so we have 4 cards. It seemed like the backs were going to be important, so those were blue backed. And jokers. Okay, so they're all jokers. And they're all blue backed. Okay. Now, it said something about not putting them back to back. So what if I go ahead and I place it back to back? Is something strange going to happen? Ooh, something does happen. How about this one? Nope, okay, not that one. Interesting. So, alright, let me go ahead and just take this one out for a second. How about this next one? What if I was to just touch it? Okay, nope. I have to fully place it back to back. Okay, back to back. And now let's take a look. Hey, welcome in, Loris. How's it going? Whoa, that too has also changed to red. How about this one? No, not this one. Okay. Alright. Okay, we'll take this one aside. Okay, now we've got 2 left. Okay, so let's do a controlled experiment. What if I was to go ahead and play some face-to-face? Do we think anything is going to happen? Nope. Okay. All right. Now let's do the way that this experiment is going to finish. We're going to go ahead and put this back to back. Back to back. Something going to happen? I think so, because it happened a few times. Oh, it's the last one, so maybe they're both red now? Interesting. Okay, so now what do I do with 4 red-backed jokers? Interesting. I know. What happens if we take the red-backed jokers and we place them back to back? It's blue. How about this one? That's also blue. Amazing. So actually, they're all blue. And all the jokers. And that, my friends, is Pink Floyd. Let's see. Debo Guard says, cool. Let's see. For Laura says, how are you? How's the fam? I'm doing all right. I would say physically better than I was. Mentally a little bit more stressed. Long story. I did partially get into it earlier in the stream, but I'm not going to rehash it now. But I'm doing okay. Family is good. Family is doing well. Debo says, nice trick. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man. Checking the gaff meter. Ice Flame X. So thank you for the request, Chan the Magic Man. Hopefully you enjoyed. Ice Flame X says, alright, I've got to get some sleep. Good night, everyone. Alright, Ice Flame X, thanks for coming in. Have a great night. Sleep well. Alright. For Loris, would you like to see any tricks? I was thinking about calling last call soon, so let me know. Or anybody else in chat for that matter, if you would like to see any more magic, here's how, and then last call. So let's do that. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm getting more confident, I think, with Pink Floyd, so I'm feeling better about that in general now. And let's see. Forlors has requested a random trick, and random's working now for some reason. It wasn't working earlier. I don't know why. Man, there's a lot of technical stream issues today. The fact that I had to restart stream too. I mean, I didn't want to, but I kind of wanted to because I at least wanted my picture, my image to update on my end. Like, all right, 3 travelers. Okay, where are our 3 travelers today? Actually, we can probably... Here we are. Okay, so I've found our 3 travelers. The Ace 2 and the 3 of Diamonds. So, I'm going to show you... I'm going to go ahead and place the 3 over here, the 2 over here, and the Ace on top of the deck. Now, these 3 cards, the Ace 2 and 3 of Diamonds, will represent our 3 travelers. And there's various modes of traveling, but in this case, we have the deck, which is going to represent an elevator. So if I go ahead and I take the Ace and place it on the bottom, all I have to do is come to the elevator and press the up button and wait for the ding. If you don't say ding, the trick doesn't work. But ding, and of course the ace is going to be able to travel to the top. Now I'm going to place the 2 on the top. I'm going to go ahead and press the down elevator button. It's going to go all the way down. If you don't say ding, it's not going to work. Ah, Chan the Magic Man has gotten the ding. There we go. Ding. And that's going to make the 2 go all the way down to the bottom. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to cut off about half of the deck. So here's the 3, and what we're going to do is place it over here. And I'm going to try and teleport it from here to there. Now, in the future, there'll be other modes of transportation. You don't have to go up and down just in an elevator. You're going to be able to transport yourself. So if you go and find the transporter controls and you press both buttons. Whoa! 4 lures. Got the transporter in there. And if I show you now, look. The 3 has gone from here to there. And that, my friends, is, and there's no duplicates or anything, if anybody was concerned. This So, and that is the 3 travelers. Thank you kindly for the request, 4 Loris. Let's see here. Thank you kindly for the dings and the transporter, Chan and 4 Loris. And Chan says, nice! Tebow says, that is awesome! Yeah, by the way, you guys timed those sound alerts perfectly, so thank you. 4 Loris says, whoa, I loved it. Awesome. Chan says, OMG! Thank you kindly for the clap, skips, and lens. With the sound effects and everything, amazing trick. Excellent, thank you. Well, thank you guys for participating and redeeming and using the sound effects. So, like, that's not something that I could do in real life, because when I do that trick in real life, I have to just verbally say ding or do a snap, or I have everybody else snap, I guess. But it's not really quite the same. I guess I could pull out my phone, but then I have this suspicious prop. It's a phone. I can hide, like, my phone. I can actually hide a card directly behind it, so like I could actually just, you know, stick a card back here, and so, like, you know, suspicious. Okay, let's see. I think I saw earlier somebody was like, hey, can you do a trick with the jumbo cards, with the gigantic cards? And I don't think I saw a redeem from them, so I forgot about it. Yeah, nobody redeemed it. Okay, so seems okay. Also, I'm kind of afraid to use the gigantic jumbo deck for various tricks. I think I successfully did 2 tricks with it. Alright, let me see. Let me just quickly glance at the trick list and see what I can... Is there another one I could do? Nope, that's not that one. Can't do that one. That one might be doable. It'd probably be conspicuous. Yeah, a lot of these other tricks require sleights that I can't do with the jumbo deck, so I don't know. Alright, last call. If anybody wants to see any other tricks, feel free to request. Otherwise, we'll find something for our finale, and we will put that in. And let me see, I've been trying to figure out if there's something else I can do for a finale. Hang on, let me see if there's anything. All right. We haven't heard a dad joke. We haven't heard one in a while. Okay, all right. Here we go. Dad jokes. Okay, here we go. let's see. What can I offer to you guys that may not be... oh, Chan has requested Picasso Aces. Alright, I guess we'll do that one. Okay. Why did the depressed video gamer buy so many game systems? Because they needed to console themselves. What do you call a weird town in New Mexico? Albuquerque. Albuquerque plus quirky. I know, these are bad. That's why they're dad jokes. You're welcome. Ba-dum-ts. Thanks for the ba-dum-ts, Chan. Excellent, thank you. All right. Yeah, you got double, so I gave you 2 dad jokes for 1 request. For Loris. You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to... Alright, so I'm going to try and do 2 tricks. I'm going to save Picasso Aces for last. Hard to hear as always, thank you. Alright, so I have a... This is not on the menu, so I'm going to Magician's Choice this. And then I'll close the queue off. Had trouble turning it on and off earlier for some reason as well. So if I mess up the Magician's Choice, there's always the good old reliable Picasso Aces. If I mess them both up, I don't know what I'll do. Okay. Oh, and I need... Oh, we have the battery. That's okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Here we go. First things first. If you were here, I would ask you to perhaps select a card. It doesn't really matter what it is too much, so let's go ahead and just grab that one. Now, what we're going to need to do is grab a few more cards. I think 4 cards would be ideal. So actually, let me just grab this one. Let me riffle my deck, and I'll stick this in between 2 cards. We'll use the 2 cards that sandwich this and this card. So like there, perhaps? Okay. So, okay, we have a few cards now. Alright, okay. So, I'm just going to go ahead and place some of these cards face down. Or sorry, face up. Over here. Now what I want to do is do something interesting. So let me go ahead and place this, oh, I don't know. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut it into the middle. Somehow. Like this. Okay. So we'll leave that sticking out just for a second. So now I have this battery. This battery has been using all of its magical powers tonight. So if I was to ask you just really quickly, what color would you say the backs of these cards are? I think a lot of people would say blue. Forlora says blue. Right, exactly. You were right up until I placed the battery onto these cards. Because, if I show you, they are now red. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just push this card into the deck. Now, if I go ahead and ask you what the color of the backs of all the cards in the deck was, you probably were going to say blue, but you would now be correct if you said red because I just placed the battery on it. So look. if I show you, and we did put one of the cards in facing in the opposite direction. What card was that? It was the Jack of Clubs, right? So Jack of Clubs. So here we are, Jack of Clubs. And actually, funny thing with this battery, it's reusable. So if I go ahead and place the battery on the Jack of Clubs as well, that should also change the color. And that, my friends, is the color changing deck. All right, woo! Okay, so that's a new one off the menu, and I had tried to do it once on stream before, and I messed it up really bad. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to try that again for a long time. And I was like, just fiddling with it again last couple weeks, and I'm like, let me go ahead and see if I can do it again. So it's kind of like an unmentioned boss trick, but not really, because it's not really on the trick list. But I would say I think that one went pretty well. So I liked that one, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that one too. For Laura says, you suck the blue out of them. Yeah, I know. This battery is so good at sucking the colors. It's amazing. Or infusing the cards with blood. Like if blue is lack of blood, then like red is like full of blood, right? So anyway, thank you kind of for the claps. Chen the Magic Man, Silent Bunny, Gibson Lens, checking the gaff meter. Thank you so much. And then thank you kindly for the that's awesome. You sucked the blue out of them. Yeah. I sucked the blue real good. All right, that's terrible. I don't know why I read that like a surfer dude too. I sucked the blue really good. Ugh. OMG. All right, friends. So that comes to our. We are now going to be at our lol dirty mind right now. In other words, giggity, giggity goo. If anybody liked Family Guy and Quagmire, there we go. All right. Silent Bunny says, "Good night, crazy, and thank you for the stream." Oh yes, thank you kindly for everybody being here. So let me just do my usual thank everybody, and then we'll do our last trick, and then we'll find somebody to raid. So let's see. Thank you kindly to everybody who came to watch today. Thank you kindly for the support. We got some resubs today. Thank you kindly checking the gaff meter, Chris M. Yee. Thank you kindly for the raid. I don't Noah. So thank you, Noah, for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. And then also thank you to everybody who came to hang out on Sunday night and interact with the stream. So whether you chatted, clicked on the heat map, requested a trick, gave me a suit, thank you so much for interacting with the stream. You guys help make this a lot more fun for me, and I think for everybody. Thank you so much for everybody who is also lurking, because as I always say, if I'm just here practicing the magic on my own, I know how the tricks are done, so there's no magic happening. The magic happens in your mind. And once again, if anybody would like to see any more tricks or magic, I have a YouTube channel with a ton of stuff. I'm actually pivoting my YouTube stuff a little bit again. So I said I was going to do shorts. Shorts wasn't working out for what I wanted. There's a video that I just put on the main as an update for Q2 for 2023 and what I'm doing. So for my new magic stuff, but I'm still doing magic tricks every week. And I put all my old VODs that fall off of Twitch over there as well. So feel free to check those out. And also thank you kindly to my mod. Let's give Gibson Lens a shout out for helping me out today. Oh wow, I'm really bad at typing. Hold on. And the Bert command. So please, if you're not following Gibson Lens and you enjoy music on piano, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Great piano player, plays popular music, Disney music, Phantom of the Opera, has a bunch of stuff, pop, esoteric music on his song list. Also his composer, he's composed over 30 originals, so please give him a follow. For Laura says, you'll do amazing on TikTok. I would not like to be on TikTok. I've avoided it thus far. I don't imagine I want to be on it, but I don't know. One day we'll see where the social media's landscape lives, if I feel ambitious. And then, yes, so please give Gibson Les mod love. And other than that, all right, let's go ahead and, oh, I have to get ready for Picasso Aces. We'll do our finale, which thank you kindly, Chan the Magic Man, for selecting this as our finale. I think if you didn't do this, I was probably going to just have that other trick, assuming I did it perfectly, and it would have been the last trick, so got an extra trick. Here we go. Okay. Here we are. So, I have the aces and I have a deck. Now, I want you to know that these aces don't come from this deck, because this deck, as you have seen from a few previous tricks, I may have weird shenanigans with color changing backs. But this is a blue back deck. These aces don't come from this deck, because if I show you, they are actually red backed. So we have the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. Now, here we've got our 4 aces, and what we're going to do is, let me just put them out here. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and lay these out like this. And the ace of spades is, of course, going to be our leader ace. We're going to try and collect all the aces up there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each one of these piles. And you'll be able to tell these cards because they're blue backed. Very different. Oh, was that 3? Okay, yeah. Okay. Now, once again, let's go ahead and bring our battery back into play. So we'll see the magic battery. Okay. You'll be able to tell that our ace is still here, because if you take a look, you can see the red back there. But all I have to do is use this battery and send that ace over. And now you'll be able to see that these are all blue backed cards, and none of them are aces. And if I show you, there was once 1 red backed card and 3 blue backed cards. There's now 2 and 2. So one of these has been replaced with a red backed card. I know, interesting, right? Now, once again, I'll show you right here. We have our red backed ace, but I'll just use our battery again. And we're going to shoot that ace up to this pile. Because look, if I show you now, they're all blue backed cards, and none of them are aces. And we had 2 blue, 2 red, and now I think you should be able to see 3 red, right? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. And now, finally, Chan the Magic Man says, me neither. Whenever I post magic TikTok, comments have been mostly haters and people figuring out how the trick works. Yeah. I feel like there's certain, formats in which people don't really respect, like, the performance magic. And, like, I even did some YouTube shorts for a little bit, and people were responding, and I'm like, this is not the audience that I want to view my stuff. So I decided to pivot away from shorts. And that's kind of exactly what TikTok is. So I'd rather just not, honestly. Okay, so here we've got our ace of diamonds, and if I leave it sticking, if I leave it red back sticking here, you'll be able to see on the front, there it is. Okay, but now if I just go ahead and use the battery, it's going to make that red card shoot up to that pile, because now look, if I show you, there's 4 blue backed cards, and there's actually no aces on these faces. And if I show you here, once there was 1 blue card and 3 red cards, now they're all 4 red cards. And they are all 4 aces. Ace of diamonds, spades, clubs, and hearts. And that, my friends, is our finale for tonight, Picasso Aces. All right, let's see. For Laura says, amazing! Thank you kindly for the claps. Chen the Magic Man, and the cool Debo. And For Laura, thank you kindly for the emotes. All right, and Gibson Lance, thank you kindly for the claps. Chen the Magic Man, thank you kindly for the applause. Greatly appreciate it. So let's see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me find somebody to raid, and then we'll raid out. Let's see. There are not too many magicians, so can't really find another person to magic stream. We probably know who all the regular magic streamers are, so I actually kind of choose tonight to stream because it's not really conflicting with any of the other magic streamers. So, but it makes it tough to transfer. So usually I raid out to like music streamer friends. So let's see. Who do we have? Oh, and then we also did raid out to our friend Cashmere Feline if you need a productivity stream. Let's see here. Who do I want to raid today? Anybody have... Wait, Obi-Wan is streaming? Oh. Okay, let's stream to let's raid to Obi-Wan because Obi-Wan was here earlier. So, but yeah, let's go over there. All right, so feel free to copy a raid call. Everybody. I'm really bad at copying my own raid call before the raid happens, so I'm going to do it properly today. And let's give our friend Obi-Wan supporting raid today. So Obi-Wan does music, normally plays guitar, sometimes does coding, and other times plays games. But
good morning.
Oh no, let me mute the ad. Actually, yeah, let me get through the ad and then we'll raid. But anyway, thank you so much for everybody being here, for hanging out. And yeah, I was once again feeling tired, but you know what? I was like, oh, I felt better after streaming the last few times, and I'm like, it shouldn't be any different this time. So I decided to stream again, and I'm like, it'll work. Reminder, there's a chance that next week I won't be able to stream. If you do want to see if I do stream, I will update the title in my stream chat next week on Sunday on whether I'll be able to do it or not. So, but yeah, Debo says, well, now's my bedtime, so until next time, take care. All right, excellent. Cool. All right, Obi-Wan is live, and Obi-Wan is just started like a half an hour ago. So let's raid our friend Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan. All right. So once again, thank you everybody for being here, and have a glorious evening. Take care of yourselves. Take care of everyone you love, and just want to let you know, I love you guys. Gibson Len says, this shows how no one uses the official Twitch schedule if you use the title for your schedule. Yeah, I know. Well, the thing is, I don't know what time I will start, so that's why I don't use the official schedule. I don't want people to like show up and then be like, oh no, he hasn't started yet. He's probably not streaming, and because I just start a half an hour later, right? So, yes. Thank you for the stream. Oh, you're welcome, Chan. Thank you for coming in. All right. So everybody take care, and we'll see you guys another time. Bye. Let me